So yeah, hi guys, welcome to the day 4 of AI series, and today I will speak about AI model. Okay, so consider model as a brain of whole AI system. Okay, take an analogy. Okay, see, when we teach our children to find out that which is the cat out of these animals. Okay, we'll show him multiple examples of the cat. Okay, so his or her brain will feed. Okay, and process. Okay, this what cat looks like. This what how the ears are, how the eyes are, all those stuff. And then one fine day, after looking into multiple images, child will say, okay, this is the cat. The same lines, our model also work. Okay, see, model has two things in it. One is data, and another is algorithm. Okay, so data is something which we feed into it. Okay, and algorithm is something which will process the whole data. So how the model works is like, when you feed the data, it will try to look into the patterns of the data. Okay, so once it looks into patterns of the data, after successfully completed the whole training part, then it will try to predict. Okay, so this what it is. That is what that was like that. Okay, so this is how basically model works. Okay, so for every use case we can't use the same model. Okay, so let's say if you want to generate an image, we need to go for CNN. Okay, so let's say if you want to generate a text, we need to go for NLP with the transform models. The same lines. Okay, take it as an analogy that a train driver can't run a plane. Same thing, a pilot can't run a train. Okay, so like that. Okay, so let's say for a big use case, okay, for a difficult or considered complex use case, we can't use a simple basic models. Okay, so let's say for a basic, what is it, decision making, we can go for decision tree, we can go for any classification models, right? For a complex task like generation images, like generating a text, we can't go for those small models, we need to go for CNNs, deep learning models, right? Okay, so when we go for complex model, we need to train that much of amount with that much of amount data. Okay, in the same lines, when we go for small, tiny model, we need to train with a small amount of data. Okay, so I think you got a little bit of idea about the AI model. Okay, so you know about ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT basically works using transform models NLP. Okay, which is, I would say, a train of very huge amount of data, very huge amount of data. That's why it could able to give you that much of uh, complex answers, or it could able to process that much of data. Okay, so yeah, I think regarding the AI model, you got a clarity. Okay, so tomorrow I will discuss about structured versus unstructured data. Okay, so please follow